Welcome to Make
sir?
Moves TV.
Thank you so much.
I am great.
For having
How are
me.
you doing?
Doing great.
Always
Thank you
a
for having
pleasure.
me. Yes,
Always a
yes,
pleasure.
yes. And I'm happy for the work you're doing. It's I love the project. It's really nice.
Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
it's really nice. Really nice. I see the work you do on YouTube and Facebook. You have a lot of followers, man.
Yeah. We're getting there. We're growing. We're growing. So let's talk about you. Tell us about your career. Here. Tell us about what you do. Share with us.
Okay. Thank you so much for asking. First of all, my name is Mukoie Usungu, and some people call me Reverend Mukoie or Mr. Mukoie, but they don't know that the first name is Mukoie. So today, I have a pleasure to let the whole world know that I am Mr. Usungu.
Mr. Usungu.
Right.
Mukoie Usungu.
Mukoie Usungu, right. I am married. I've been married for 23 years. I am a father of a 21-year-old daughter. She's in college, almost finished. She's going back for her last semester. So it is a blessing really to have her. And her name is Maya, and my wife is Alejandra. Hi, baby. I love you. So I work for Forestdale. I'm a fathering specialist.
What does that mean? Fathering specialist.
Fathering specialist is someone who works with fathers. That's what I do. I've been doing this for many years. It's in 2001. So I've been in the field of fatherhood for a long time. And I love what I do. It's a great thing to work with fathers. And for many years, we've heard about resources the mothers have, right? And all over the place, but you can only find a few for fathers. So working in this department at Forestdale or in father initiative is really fulfilling for me. And besides being a fathering specialist, I am also a pastor. I pastor a church called the United Family Fellowship. And as you hear the word United Family Fellowship, it can tell you the kind of spirit that I have, the kind of vision that I have. Again, is to bring families together again, but through the Word of God. So I'm a pastor. My church is in the Bronx.
What's the name of the church?
United Family Fellowship.
United Family Fellowship.
Yeah, United Family Fellowship.
Cool.
Yes, it's a great thing to serve the community. So we are there to really reconcile the world with God, reconcile the men with men, fellow men with fellow men. So that's what we do.
So guys, listen up. This is good stuff because Mr. Mukoie, and only I'm allowed to call him Mr. Mukoie because I've known him for many years, and that's what I've been calling him. So for you, it would be Mr. Usungu.
Right.
Right? But for me, it's okay. All right? So get that straight. But we are here to talk about what Mr. Mukoie is very passionate about as well. And we're going to get into that to a second. But what I want to say is this is what Making Moves TV is all about. Because here we have a gentleman who is a pastor, doing good for his community, striving for his family, being a part of God and spirituality and everything. And on top of that, he's a fathering specialist. So that alone, as well, does so much for the community. That's definitely what Making Moves is all about. So Mr. Mukoie, thank you for being here once again and for doing what you do.
I should be the one thanking you. Again, thank you so much for what you're doing. A great job. They say that information brings transformation. So this is what Make Move is all about.
Absolutely.
It's about transferring information that is creating transformation in people's lives. Absolutely. So I love stuff like this.
Absolutely.
When it comes to empowering people, I am there with you. So again, thank you so much.
We can see the excitement.
Yes, I'm so excited. So excited. We've been planning this for how long? So long, and look where we are now.
Yeah.
Right? It's so amazing. But again, it's a great thing great thing to be part of this project. So I was saying that I'm a father, pastor, fathering specialist, and I am also a musician, a singer. You know,
Fantastic.
yeah. I do all that. I have a lot of hats.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it's very hard to see it until I tell somebody that I can sing, I can play an instrument. It was a wow, yeah. So I'll do all that. And right now I'm working on a project, working on my album that has 11 songs. It's a lot of work, but I think very soon we'll have the album. Very soon, I'm on the stage of mixing down the album. So very soon, you will have it.
And if you guys are interested in Mr. Mukoie, what he's doing, absolutely sensational stuff. And you got to tell us, how do you find time to do this stuff as well? But let me know, guys. Put it in the comment section below. I will definitely let you know when the album is released.
Right. Yeah. Thank you so much for the question. Everything in life is about planning. Is about planning. One of the things that I do every day, and I've been doing this for, wow, maybe over 20 years, is creating a plan. I could do it, it could be weekly or daily. That's what I do. People who are successful are those that plan ahead. And planning also helps you overcome some level of anxiety, you know, because when you don't plan, you become so anxious, because it's like somebody who are walking on a street blind, you know. So one of the things that really has helped me do all that is the planning. I know there's a time for work, there's a time for family, there's a time for the church, there's a time for music. So planning has helped me a lot. And another thing is that my wife, my family, very, very supportive in everything I do. They are very, very supporting. So I thank them for that. Yeah.
Absolutely. That's good stuff, guys. Kudos. The importance of planning. And you know what, too, guys? Even when you plan, you know, stuff happens. So imagine when you don't plan.
Exactly.
It's stuff on top of stuff on top of stuff.
Right.
So
yeah. And it just says something. I know, you know, we're here for talking about me as a musician, but it seems like some stuff that are coming out of your brain, right? Because you're full of information. You're talking about things that could happen, even if you plan, but things that could happen. And that's the reason why when you plan, you have to be flexible. See, if anything goes wrong, don't panic, friend. All you have to do is just to go back into your plan and reassess it, right? Reassess or reevaluate and say what went wrong, and change some stuff, and that's it. So planning is important, but you got to be flexible. You don't want to be so rigid to the plan in case anything happens.
Yeah, because that could be catastrophe when things don't go your way exactly according to plan, which doesn't happen all the time.
Right, and there are many people who really give up. They would just give up because, well, I plan to do all this, and then look what happened. Now I can't do anything. I'm going to stop everything. No, you don't have to stop your plan. Keep on pushing. Just reevaluate your plan and move on.
Thank you so much. That's great advice. I think people will find much value in that. Drum roll. Music. Can I get some music?
What you mean getting some music?
Well, first of all, tell me about the type of music, your album, and definitely where does Papa Wemba fit in all this? Tell us about Papa Wemba. Tell us as much as you can.
Okay. Like I said, I'm a musician. I'm a singer. I play gospel. As a pastor, I think it makes sense, right?
Yeah, it makes sense.
As a reverend,
absolutely.
I play gospel music. I've been playing music for all my life. I started when I was 7. I used to go to church, and I used to watch the choir sing, and I would go in front of the choir and I would dance. I remember one day I went to church and I didn't have my shoes, so I borrowed my. This is a secret. I borrowed my brother's shoes. They were big, you know, small feet but big shoes.
Yes.
Right. So I went to church with his pair of shoes, and the choir went up there singing, and like I always did, I went to sing with the choir, dancing with the choir, and my brother was sitting in the back of the church. Man, that was a very bad day. He came up straight to the front where I was dancing with the choir, and he snatched his shoes from me, man. He took his shoes away from me in front of
everyone.
A crowd, everyone. That was really bad.
Why? I don't get it. Like, why?
Because, you know, I don't know why he did that, but let me put it this way. I did not ask permission.
Oh.
So, right, I did not ask permission.
Oh.
Yeah, I did not ask permission.
Big brother or little brother?
Big brother.
Big brother.
Yeah, big brother. You know, and this is a guy, I mean, I come right after him.
Right.
So you know how the children who are close to each other, you know, I'm talking at age, sometimes they fight.
Oh,
so, yeah. So he just came in and snatched shoes away from me right in front of everyone. Yeah, everyone. So it's just to say that, you know, I've been singing so long. I had an album in 1990.
So whoa.
Yeah.
Before you talk about the album, so what happened? You're just gonna leave us there? Your shoes got taken away. Then what? How'd you cope with it?
Once he took the shoes off,
Yeah.
Listen, I had to go back and sit down because it was so embarrassing, man. So embarrassing.
Right.
But we are great friends now. You know, he's a pastor also. The Lord calls us together in the ministry back in 1979. You know, we've been, deeply involved in the ministry. So, but that's what happened in life, you know. So I never give up. I remember being involved in musical competitions, you know, and singing with people that were popular in those days in my town, you know. Yeah. So I've been doing this quite a while. My first album was in 1997, cool. But I did not really make too much noise about it, you know. Again, I sponsor my own music, so I don't have like a producer, anybody who, you know, so I do everything at my pace.
Wow, that's even more work.
Yeah, more work.
Yeah.
And this particular album that I'm working on is taking so long because, again, I'm my own sponsor.
Yes.
You know, so everything depends on me.
Yeah. Not only financially, but time-wise too.
Time-wise, exactly.
You know, so
yeah,
everything
exactly.
takes time.
Yeah.
Doing multiple things with family, you know,
Yeah.
definitely. You know.
So, yeah.
But this album will definitely, you know, sometimes they say the longer it takes, the better it is. So.
Yeah, and I believe in that. I want to do something, I want to do it right. You know, you have many musicians and singers that take 6 years just to work on one album.
Yeah.
Now I understand why.
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
know, you got to do it right, and when people listen, they are blessed. You know, they listen, they're uplifted. So I want to do it right. I'm not competing against anybody. Right. I'm who I am. I'm my own individuality. So
just for any other musicians out there watching, when you say do it right, just give me like one example at least. What do you classify as doing it right?
Right, very good. When it comes to music, you have two main parts. You have the lyrics itself. Okay, you want to make sure that I know now. The world has evolved into some other stuff. Me personally, I don't believe in. When you listen to the lyrics nowadays, it's sometimes very hard to listen to those songs because it's full of filth. I mean, the music's supposed to be something that will unify friends, relationships, or families. You can have your 5-year-old sitting next to you and listen to music. You don't have to worry about a curse word. But these days, it's completely different. So you have lyrics. Then you have another part we talk about the arrangement of the music and the music itself, right? Because you have to make sure the music is well arranged and well produced. We talk about the beats, all those things. And it goes again with what kind of the style you want to produce. So you got to take time. Yeah. Sometimes, you go to studio all day just doing one thing, just one thing. Repeating the same thing over and over, just to make it right.
Just to get it right.
Yeah, to get it right.
And I think that's a key value for anything in life.
Yeah,
that's exactly. A wonderful recipe, not just for music, but for anything.
Exactly.
When it comes to doing it right.
Right. That's it. So I just want to do it right. And you asked me the question about Papa Wemba. Papa Wemba is we call the icon of the Congolese music. He was big. I mean, he was big, and he started his career as a musician. Don't remember exactly the year, but this is someone who went through a lot throughout his career before he became famous. But one thing that I've learned from him was he was so consistent, persistent. Persistent. So he worked his whole way up, became famous. Another thing is that he came from my tribe, Tetela. He came from my tribe. We spoke the same language. Okay. When he passed, it was really a big loss for Congolese music, and we're still feeling it now because he passed on April 24th. So it's still fresh for many people, and especially me. And I remember it was he had a concert in Abidjan, and he sang the first song, the second song, the third song on stage. The fourth song, in the middle of that song, the man collapsed. He collapsed. And he passed, and that was on April 24th in the morning. It was a Sunday, so I woke up in the morning trying to get ready for my the service, and one of the musicians, Congolese musician, hey, Nguma, God bless you, Nguma Lokito. He's a bassist. He played guitar bass. Called me. He was so devastated and asking me, Pastor, do you know that Papa Wemba just passed? I said, what happened? It was a shock. And he said, can you help me do something here? I can't take this. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna write a song for Papa Wemba for his tribute. And that's exactly what I did. I took my piano, my keyboard, and I got some stuff together, melody, wrote a song. We went in the studio. Nguma Lokito did the arrangement of the music, and we had also a great guy, the studio guy, who gave us free time in the studio. Josel Almeis, right, did a wonderful job, arranged the music nicely, and we did it.
Papa Wemba mbocho, ekumanya mbocho, Wemba diyo mbocho, nyeso tolombe. Papa Wemba mbocho, ekumanya mbocho, Wemba diyo mbocho, nyeso tolombe. Kanji lutima analengo chenyo longi lukumula dilo analengo chenyo longi lukumula dilo lushila lubingu watengula.
So I'm happy to sing for his tribute. He was an honor for not just Congolese, but he was known internationally. You know, even BBC talked about him. You know, Europe, Asia. He used to have a concert in Japan. All the, you know,
International?
International musician. So
Absolutely.
yeah,
What type of music was he
rumba?
doing?
They call it rumba.
Oh, okay, rumba.
Yeah, rumba.
Okay. And where can people find this tribute that you made? for him? Where can you find it?
YouTube. All they have just click. You could even type my name, Reverend Mukoie.
Okay. So it's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube.
Cool. So what I'm gonna do, guys, if you click the description section below, you'll see the link there. I have the link there. That's gonna be linked right to Papa Wemba's tribute. Just click on the link below that says Papa Wemba's tribute, and it'll take you straight to his tribute.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah. So he was a major influence.
Yeah, very, very much. Even just talking about clothing. Yeah, he had a great influence on generations and generations. He loved dressing. You know, he was we call in French sapeur, people who are into clothing.
Okay.
You know, the big designers. We talk about Yuji Yamamoto. We talk Oscar de la Renta, all those people.
Wow.
So he was big. He was big. Yeah, he was big. But listen, we thank God. Although we still feel the loss, but I believe that things happen with reason. You know, things happen with reason. If he did not die, by illness, any illness, he could have died by anything else. So, you know, when God put a line, that's it. So, but so that's what I do.
Yeah. Okay. So he was used to listen to him a lot, like his music.
Yes, I did. And if I could be honest, it took me. There are many years that I did not really pay so much attention to secular music, but at time to times I would listen to his music because his music was clean.
Yes.
See, the music was clean. He used to talk about life in general, you know, relationships. And he used to talk about. There was a song that I love. Really talk about slavery.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a powerful song. Where he mentioned people like you know, the civil rights activists like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Oh, okay.
You know, Nelson Mandela.
So he sang about these people in his music as well?
Yes.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
That's very enlightening.
Mm-hmm. So I used to listen to his music time to time. Because it was clean. I didn't have to worry about, you know, curse words or, you know, dirty stuff in the music. Yeah, he just sang. It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
Cool. Yeah. So back to you now in the music. What can you tell us about your album? Are you gonna sing for us?
My album it's almost finished. I have 11 songs. It's almost finished. If I could sing just a portion, if I could do that.
Absolutely. Bless us.
I have many songs, so I have to think which one. I think I could sing this one. Oh Lord, my God, you are my hiding in place. I'm standing in your presence, and I'm safe. You comfort me, oh Lord, with your amazing grace. I'm standing in your presence, and I'm safe. You are my hiding in place. You are my hiding in place. You are my hiding in place, oh Lord.
Wow. Just your voice alone is very, very humbling.
Right. So
Plans for the future. What plans do you have for the future? We've spoken about your past. We've spoken
Right.
about your present. Tell us about your future.
Future right now, really, I remember I have a ministry.
Yes.
You know, I have a ministry, and I want to continue the ministry. But really, what I want to do, most of all, is to continue to help the community. You know, talking about families. And if there's one thing we didn't mention, my radio, Black Talk Radio,
Hey,
right? Called God's Daily Counsel, right? But really for future, I want to continue helping families, strengthen relationships within families, relationship between God and people, people to people, and people themselves. You have,
is this what your podcast is about? Because now I'm hearing about, well, not hearing about, now you're really talking about the podcast to me. Tell us a little bit about the podcast, what it's
Right.
about, what you do there, when do you air, stuff
Yeah.
like that.
The Blog Talk Radio is a show that I use. It's once a week, every Thursday, from 9 to 10. It's an hour. It's called God's Daily Counsel. It's really about. It's all similar to what you do in terms of information, right? So it's about really counseling people, empowering people to do or to fulfill their God-given talents. Or somebody, like, I give you a simple example, people who are in relationships or married couple, for example, and they may be going through some difficult times. They can listen to that.
What about call-in? Do you allow people to call in as
Yes,
well?
yes, we do allow people to call in. We have a capacity, I think, of 50 people. 50 people, yes. So again, that's another thing that shows again how much I love helping families. You know, so it's really about, that's what we call it, God's Daily Counsel. We talk about everything. We talk about parenting. We talk about domestic violence. We talk about what's happening in the country. We talk about everything, freedom, all those things.
Yeah.
So yeah. So
Yeah, and guys, I'm gonna put the station, the link to the station. It's on Blog Talk, right in the description section. So you just look for the station at the bottom right there. Click the link; it'll take you straight to Mr. Mukoie's
Yes.
podcast. But I also want to say, guys, there's a lot of help out there. Sometimes, people are not just gonna hold your hand and cross the street. You gotta make moves. Click these links, go to these places, and just listen up. You learn a lot by listening. Sometimes just listening to some of these shows, your questions could be answered if you're going through any kind of challenges, that's related to the podcast. Just tune in, listen, try and make a call. Hopefully you get on the show, and you can ask a few questions.
Right.
Guidance comes, so many different forms.
yeah, and there are many relationships that are broken just because they don't want to seek help. I believe in one thing that Jesus said, that you shall know the truth and the truth shall set you free. Every situation that takes place in our lives has a particular truth that need to be known. See that? When you talk about intimacy, for example, there are many people who think that intimacy is just sex.
Right.
They don't know the whole truth about intimacy.
And this is not just youngsters. I mean, this is
Everybody, adult, all ages. Mm-hmm. I work with the couples, and sometimes you ask the man, so are you intimate with your wife? The first thing that goes through his mind is sex. So what I have created is what I call the power of agreement. Couples need to agree on what they call intimacy. They have to be on the same page. When you you ask you tell your wife, listen, we have a great intimacy. Are you sure you have a great intimacy? Is that what really she calls intimacy? A woman would say intimacy for her maybe just taking a walk, going through a park, right? And the man would say, well, it's taking you to a movie. So you got to come to an agreement to know exactly what do you call intimacy. Each one have to have, you have to be on the same page, and that's the way you grow together. So we believe that
Intimacy.
Truth is needed in our society today. Ignorance will kill you. And that's the reason, again, I love your station. Make a move.
Yeah. And these stuff are very important because, sometimes if we don't get the basics right, home, which is very basic, sometimes no matter how much we strive, we just can't achieve because the foundation is not set in place. There's not a proper structure in home. It's, it may be difficult to concentrate. It may be difficult to go out there and do what you need to do. So, home is very important.
Yeah, it is.
Home, right?
Yeah, it is. It is. It is. You just said something very important. At home, you got to have a stable home, my friend.
Yeah.
You got to make somebody happy.
Yeah. On the same page. Those are key words. Everybody being on the same page.
The same page. The same. You cannot. I say this not just to regular people. I also mention this time to time, even to people who are in the ministry. I'm talking about pastors, for example. You can be a powerful pastor today, but if you and your wife, you are not on the same page, one day that ministry will collapse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or well, let me backtrack what I just said. The ministry may continue, but it may be without you, because no one has the power to destroy the church of God. But you may not be the one to finish the ministry. Maybe somebody else. Just because things that are happening in your home. There's a truth that you don't know about how to take care of a woman, how to take care of your husband. So there's always a truth for a particular situation. You want finances, there are secrets to become rich. Right? But again, I want to thank you so much.
Absolutely. So we spoke about music, we spoke about a little bit about planning. We talked so much here. We paid tribute to Papa Wemba.
Yes.
So
great guy.
Great guy. Absolutely. So, how can people get access to your album when it's released? Like, suppose I want your album. What do I do?
Right now, I think I will begin selling it on iTunes.
iTunes?
Yeah. That's I will start there because I don't have a producer yet, or a distributor that I know right now. But I will begin there. So once the album is out, we'll have another show.
Absolutely. So tell us, are you on Facebook as well?
Yes, I am on Facebook. See, that's the reason why you're here, right?
Facebook.
Right? How is your wife? Right?
She's doing good. She's doing great. Yeah.
You are blessed. You are blessed. Man.
Yes. Thank
very,
you.
very intelligent woman. Hey, Alicia. See. Very, very intelligent woman. Very intelligent woman. So, again, I have Facebook. So once the album is out, I would be able to publish on Facebook. And people will see clips. I think this month I may have at the end of the month we're preparing for a clip for one of the songs.
Cool. So guys, just click the drop down section below. Also, you'll see links to Mr. Usungu, Mukoie Usungu's Facebook.
You can call me Mr. Mukoie.
Mr. Mukoie's,
You're used to that. And everybody, it was my fault though, so it's okay.
Okay.
And now I give everybody
See, now he's warmed up, yes. So now you can call him Mr. Mukoie.
You can call Mr. Mukoie, it's fine.
So you can find Mr. Mukoie.
I'm just having fun here, man. Just having fun with you.
You can find Mr. Mukoie's Facebook link and everything about Mr. Mukoie, his bio, everything. Yes, so you can connect with him. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that subscribe button because I have lots of other interviews coming up, lots of great content that all can benefit you. You know, not just an interview, but an interview with information from people like Mr. Mukoie. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Listen to this, guys.
Listen
to this guy. Listen to this. If you want information, if you want to prosper, if you want to advance in your project, check it out, check it out, check it out with Make a Move. Right, I want to thank all my fans. I want to thank my church family. I want to thank my baby, Alejandra, my daughter. I want to thank also my big brother, Ngoma Lokito, who's always there, support me with the music.
Never mind
God
the
bless
shoes.
You. Never mind
I
the
won't
shoes.
forget about the shoes.
I want to thank my family, everybody, and again, special thanks to Mr. Arthur and his family. Thank you so much for having me.
Always a
on
pleasure.
your platform today.
Always
Thank
a
you so
pleasure
much.
having you.
Thank you.
Make Moves TV, guys.
You can use
crazy.
you can use that for your generic. They call it. I don't know how to say
Generic.
it in English.
Mr. Usungu.
Mr. Mukoie.
All these years.
You know the song that little thing I just did.
Oh.
See?
That
So
I've been calling you
you
Mr.
stop?
McCoy all these years.
Oh, it's still on, man.
Yeah. Edit. Cut.
Right, so
Mr. McCoy.
yeah, because it was not your fault.
You got to get out there and you got to make moves. You got to do what you got to do. Nothing is going to come to you. You know, don't expect anything to come to you. And if you want these things and you dream of these things and you don't make any effort and make any moves consistently to go out and get it, and there's nothing wrong with that either. As long as you don't make any excuses